Mike, I try not to pick topics that pit our two countries against each other. I mean, Lord knows we had enough of that. But sometimes I will admit to picking topics off the list that I hope will help us understand each other better.
Okay, I understand that. It is true that basically no Americans know what Boxing Day is about. And to be honest, I'm not sure most Brits do either, so maybe that will bring us together today.
Yeah, we're bringing the world closer, one podcast episode at a time.
That is what we're best at, I think. It's what we're known for.
That and covering weird ways you can die. In short, Boxing Day is a holiday celebrated on December 26th, the day after Christmas.
You know, it's surprising to me we've never done this before. Like, this is a surprise to me. In the UK, Boxing Day is treated as a bank holiday, which is our term for a public holiday. So is sometimes officially marked on a different date if December 26th occurs on a weekend. So for example, when December 25th falls on a Saturday and December 26th falls on a Sunday, we get bank holidays on Monday and Tuesday respectively, because in the United Kingdom, we love a public holiday.
You really do. That was a big surprise to me when we started our business together like 10 years ago. I was like,
yeah,
you're off all the time on Mondays. What is going on over there?
Well, people are. I'm never, because I don't observe anything. Like,
Wow.
I don't observe UK or American public holidays. So everybody, we all just have to work together, you know?
That's right.
It is believed that the holiday originated as a day to give gifts to the needy. But in our modern times, it's more of a mix between Christmas and Black Friday. And this also is a thing where nobody really knows why it's called Boxing Day. And over my lifetime, I've heard many reasons for this. That's kind of what I mean. Like, there's a Wikipedia article, but even the Wikipedia article's like, we think it's because of this. No one seems to truly know. I'm sure, Stephen, we're going to get a lot of follow-up with people telling us that they know the reason. And I guarantee you they'll all be different.
Yeah, my closest understanding was it's basically like Black Friday, but in the United Kingdom. Mm-hmm. But it is in the UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and beyond. Boxing Day sales are basically widespread. And for many merchants in these markets, Boxing Day is actually the biggest sales day of the year.
Yeah, when I was growing up, this was the one. Like, I had lots of friends who they would ask for money at Christmas, and then they would go out shopping on Boxing Day. Like, that was, and there are lots of people in the UK that did that, still do that. You know, if you think of it as our Black Friday, and to be honest, it makes more sense to me, Boxing Day sales than Black Friday sales, like that you would sell products after the Christmas shopping is done to sell off the stock that you have, rather than having a sale at the peak time when people are buying gifts. That's always been weird to me, Black Friday. It's like, all right, we're all going to start buying things for Christmas, so we're going to discount everything. It doesn't make sense to me. However, as time has gone on, in the UK at least, we have, and I think this is worldwide now really, we have adopted Black Friday. Boxing Day sales are less of an event than they used to be, but they still exist. If you want to hear more about Black Friday, we spoke about it on episode 118.
That's not to say Boxing Day is just about getting a new TV on sale, even though that seems very possible. In fact, in some areas of Canada, most retailers are prohibited from opening on Boxing Day, either by law of the province or maybe in the city they're in, or by informal agreement among major stores in an area.
I would guess this could be to provide a day of relaxation after Christmas. I also imagine it might be a religious thing.
I mean, yeah, maybe it is, because it's also on St. Stephen's Day, is December 26th.
But don't fear, though. In these areas, there are sales, and they tend to happen the day after Boxing Day, the 27th. You got to get the sales in, you know?
You got to. You got to.
I know you were worried about the deals, so I just wanted to make sure you weren't too concerned.
This episode of Ungeniused is brought to you by Factor. This bustling holiday season, you might be looking for nutritious, flavorful meals to fuel you on jam-packed days. Factor is America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, and it can help you eat well for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle while tackling all of your holiday to-dos. With Factor, you can cross meal prepping off your list this holiday season. Their fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes, and you have more than 35 flavor-packed options to choose from every week. Factor has been a big hit in the Hackett household. It is really handy to have something that you can have ready really quickly, but it's also really good. And if you're looking for something to make the holiday season simpler, Factor is the way to go. If you're looking for calorie-conscious options over the holidays that don't skip on flavor, you can try delicious, dietitian-approved, calorie-smart meals with around or less than 550 calories per serving. Or if you need an extra boost to support your wellness goals and feel your best during the holidays, try Protein Plus meals with 30 grams of protein or more per serving. And you can rest assured you're making a sustainable choice because Factor offset 100% of their delivery emissions to your door, and they source 100% renewable electricity for their production sites and offices. I think that's awesome. This December, get Factor and enjoy eating well without the hassle. Simply choose your meal and enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered to your door. Ready in just 2 minutes, no prep, no mess. Head on over to factormeals.com/ungenius50 and use the code ungenius50 to get 50% off your first box. That's 50% off your first box by visiting factormeals.com/ungenius50 with the code ungenius50. Our thanks to Factor for their support of the show.
Because of my unwavering and undying patriotism, we've mostly focused on Boxing Day here in the UK. But let's take a trip around the world.
Okay. I'm ready. I got my backpack. I got a snack.
You're going to need a lot of snacks for this first stop.
Yeah, all the way to Australia, baby. There, Boxing Day is a public holiday in all jurisdictions except the state of South Australia, where a public holiday known as Proclamation Day is celebrated on the first weekday after Christmas Day or the Christmas Day holiday, again, depending if it's on a weekend. This is all very complicated. It's very hard to talk about calendars on a podcast. Mm-hmm. Proclamation Day, in case you were wondering, celebrates the establishment of government in the colony of South Australia as a British providence.
Canada have made Boxing Day a federal statutory holiday, with government offices, banks, and postal services being closed.
Boxing Day is also marked in Hong Kong, but generally on the first weekday after Christmas Day.
New Zealand also marks Boxing Day as a federal holiday. On days like this, people working must be paid 1.5 times their normal rate of pay, and with a floating holiday given to them to take off in the future, New Zealand is doing it right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
In Scotland, Boxing Day has been specified as an additional bank holiday since 1974. Boxing Day is also marked in Ireland and Northern Ireland with historic roots in St. Stephen's Day, which I mentioned earlier, falls on December 26th.
Please don't send us things about how what the United Kingdom is and Great Britain is in England. We understand, but we're just giving you the information so you have it. Boxing Day also appears on the calendars of Singapore, South Africa, Bermuda, Trinidad and Tobago, Nigeria, and more. Obviously, if you maybe are paying attention, lots of the countries we're mentioning here were part of the Commonwealth, so probably had Boxing Day forced upon them.
Yeah.
Much like the Commonwealth itself, really.
We're just providing information. Don't add us.
Yes. We're doing our best John Oliver impression here.
But it's not, well, actually, it is just places your country used to control because it has even made inroads here in America. In 1996.
No, you see now, no, come on. You can't blame us for 96, all right? We had nothing to do with 1996 in the USA.
Well, in the state of Massachusetts that year, Governor William Weld declared every December 26th to be Boxing Day in response to the efforts of a coalition of British citizens to, quote, transport the English tradition to the United States. It is not an employee holiday, however, so it's mostly a holiday in spirit.
I don't understand this at all. Sometimes I think politicians do things just so they get noticed.
Yeah, I think that's true. Our thanks to Amanda for sending this in. I'm not sure I understand Boxing Day any more clearly now, but hey.
It's not possible because nobody knows. No one knows.
No one knows.
But no one knows where it came from, but we know the effects of it.
That's right. If you're in part of the world that celebrates Boxing Day, Godspeed on getting a good deal. If you want to read more about Boxing Day, there's some links in the show notes at relay.fm/ungenius/202. Until next time, where we subtly skirt around hot geopolitical issues, Mike, say goodbye.
I would like to finish this episode with the first sentence of the etymology of Boxing Day on Wikipedia.
Okay.
There are competing theories for the origins of the term, none of which is definitive. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.